My name's Alex Hallett. I'm a cartoonist and I draw Arctic Circle, which is a comic strip about three penguins who emigrated from Antarctica to the Arctic. I create the strip in this studio, which isn't just a studio, it's also my flat. My main character would be Oscar the Penguin. 1960s Pinnock sewing machine, which cost me $30 at a garage sale. Put up this washing line, which is probably overstating the case. It's a bit of string. You don't have to be a beardy-weirdy, to be concerned about your environment.
This is my plot at Veg Out.
My cartoon characters are living in the Arctic Circle, and the Arctic Circle is melting at an alarming rate. And I think they are representative of a lot of people in the world whose lives are affected by our actions. My energy bill covers both my living here and working here. Unlike people who commute to work and go and work in an office, all my water and energy use is for both working and living. If I'm not using the stereo, then I switch it off at the wall. I don't leave it on standby. If I'm not using a light, then I switch it off. So it's just being mindful of not wasting. I don't have an air conditioner. I do have a fan, which I bought at a garage sale, which I used twice last year, and I work in my underwear. A lot of the carbon emissions are down to food being transported far further than it should be. I've been volunteering down at Veg Out for probably 4 or 5 months. Quite a few garden plots came up a couple of months ago that were free.
This is my plot at Veg Out. It's not very big, but it's amazing how much you can grow.
So spinach, lettuce, beans, courgettes, you call them zucchini, cucumber, passion fruit, rhubarb, all the herbs as well. And the great thing about a community garden is that you can talk to other gardeners down there who've been through all of that, and they can give you little tips of what you should be doing. In my courtyard out back, because it's quite shady, the things that grow there best are herbs that will tolerate just about anything. They dry quite well and you can use them in stews. And when I do buy things from the supermarket, they've got a lot better at labelling their produce and labelling things so that you know where they've come from. You can use the cashew bins to break down even cooked foods, which you can't do in a normal compost bin because it attracts rodents. So this is the cashew bucket. Here, I just empty the stuff into the bucket. This is the magic stuff, the cashew. It's just grains which have been inoculated with a fungus, and these effective microorganisms, as they're called, they ferment the organic waste. As it gets full, there's a valve here. You can open that up and collect the liquid, and it works as a potent liquid fertilizer. One of the main ways that I reduce my water use is I kind of act like I'm camping a lot of the time, and I never let the tap water go down the plug hole. And yes, I mean it's actually quite shallow, so that you don't use so much water doing the dishes. I can then just dump that water onto my garden. Very rarely flush the loo, because I take the bath water and shower water siphon it off into this, actually it's an old jam pan. I use that to flush the loo. I use it again on my garden. The water will move from where it's higher to where it's lower. So I use a lot of grey water on the garden, and I've got grey water here in this old watering can with some seaweed that I collected from the beach. Using a low flow shower head, which you can get from the local library, and even a klutz like me is able to change it over. Well, my last water bill, I just looked at it, was 35 litres a day. For a target of 155 litres per person, I think that's all right. I don't own a car because I don't need to own a car. It's not a matter of principle. When I lived in New Zealand and the transport links weren't as good, I owned a car. I think my advice would be not to be daunted. You know, you can't do everything at once, but you can do little things, sort of one step at a time. You know, you will find that the side effects of reducing your impact are that you spend less money, and you can spend that money on other, you know, more interesting experiences.